There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Global.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
Hello, good people. It's my hope that you're doing well and that today you're so ready for today's conversation. And today's conversation, I'm going to pick it from this book that is The Dating Right, A Concise Guide. And here Benjamin Zulu says, how we end up in toxic relationships and with chaotic lovers is because we don't stand up for ourselves in the beginning when red flags occur. Now, with this in mind, what are the subtle signs that the person that you're dating is not good for you and that you should distance yourself right away? Welcome to Benjamin Zulu Global Show. My name is Sylvia Keremi. This is the conversation we are having today. You look so amazing.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
We talk about those things that you are likely to overlook because you are covered by the mist and fog of love. During dating, you get rejected so much that when you finally find a person who accepts you, you are too grateful.
Yeah.
If you date right, you will discover men and women are not everywhere. You know, when you're not searching, you usually think they're everywhere.
Yes.
Because you see female beings and male beings around. Until you try to find somebody to marry, not relationships. Relationships are rides in a Mercedes, and the rides are easier to find than purchasing a Mercedes. Always remember that. Relationships have no connection whatsoever to getting married. The way we perceive relationships today, we call them serious, committed relationships. They don't lead to marriage. They lead to madness. Anybody who is keeping themselves for marriage does not engage in these entitlement-giving situationships that are not a staircase, that are not way to marriage.
Yeah.
It's a way to avoid loneliness, to experience love. That's how they define it. It's something by itself, really. It's not, many of people in it are not really even ready for marriage. They're not thinking about marriage. They're not looking for marriage. So anybody who tries to date for marriage anytime you enter the market, trying to search for people to marry, immediately you are struck with the contrast that people are everywhere, but people to marry are nowhere to be found.
Yes.
So the reason you need today's lesson is because if you are dating correctly, you'll have learned the scarcity of good people or people who even accept you. People want to give you a second look. People want to sit with you and consider you.
Yeah.
So by the time you meet a person whom you like, you have chemistry and they like you back, you are likely to overlook a lot of things to make it work. Because you're coming from a lot of rejections and disappointments. It's many. You need a lot of alignments to even find a person who likes you.
Yes.
Okay, and who's available.
Yeah.
Who is decent. And so this comic strip where the guy was meeting the girl, they're trying to get married, they're organizing a wedding. He was seeing problems that he was not interpreting correctly. Like they were to see parents the previous day and she went missing in action. The phone was not available. She was not picking call, and now they met the following day in the morning when they were to meet now MCs for planning a wedding. Yesterday was just to visit home. Today, but she went missing in action. Today she has showed up. Then the MC this guy had collected online shows up, and then turns out she knows this girl. They greet each other with savage street language. He said, "Oh, you are here. How did you get sober? The way you drank everything." She had been in a club over drinking herself.
Yes.
Misbehaving all over. The guy does not realize that she's a bride. Over here, she has a double life. Over there, she lives a careless life. So when you come to find a person you like, you may not even look that keenly, and when you see signs of them suddenly going missing, because it's an alarming thing when somebody you had a meeting and they just go and they come with this funny explanation of taking my auntie to hospital. You are conscious and you know I'm waiting for you somewhere. You are conscious and you do not communicate. You know I'm stranded somewhere. Whatever situation it is, we could have communicated.
Yes.
You know, she was not conscious. She was drunk, all that. But this guy is overlooking that because when we are tired of searching, when we finally meet somebody who is approximately like a bro, we don't want to look too keenly. We try to avoid another rejection, another abandonment, another starting from zero, another collapse of the project. You need today's lesson because the fatigue of searching is likely to work on you until you compromise too much.
Yeah.
By the time you find a person who's somewhat good enough. Those people who have never dated at all, they lived a clean life, but they were not growing. They are also in danger. You have had people say, this was my first man, my first woman, and it's still a very terrible marriage.
Yeah.
They were celibate, they were not learning. Some people stayed isolated, too sheltered by parents, or they were just timid and not social. So they were not learning about life. They were not open to know about themselves and marriage.
Yeah.
It was just time they were passing. You get?
Yes.
These two make very stupid decisions. When they finally come, other people, they have gaps of 8 to 10 years of making mistakes, but every time they make a mistake, there's a child. Every time they make a mistake, there's a bad marriage.
Yeah.
So 3 of them and 30 years of their prime is gone. So they really they don't have a marriage or anything stable because they never learn. They run away, they hide, then they collapse back, they get hurt, they run away again, they don't learn. They just say, I'm focusing on my career, I'm focusing on my career, I'm focusing on my career. They collapse again.
Yeah.
Don't be flattered when people say they're focusing on their career. Don't always be flattered. They sometimes saying, I'm avoiding what I don't want to deal with. It's a coded way of saying that. Because nobody said when you focus on career, you shouldn't focus on emotional well-being. Nobody said that when you focus on your, progress in your job or in your business, doesn't mean you must be avoidant of relationships and love life, unless you've made a conscious decision. But many people are just running. So don't be flattered. Somebody say, I've been focusing on my... You need to hear, are you rounded? Are you focusing on every aspect of your life? Because what you ignore will get worse. Time is going and you're a human being.
Yes.
Some of the things, I'm focusing on my child right now. Your child is growing. When they grow, what remains there?
Yes.
And that's why you marry people, you realize they have never been released by the parent, because the parent ran away from their life and focused on this child. They have never released the child, because if they release them, what they hold? They don't have a life to hold. They don't have themselves to hold. Don't pick people on the surface. Sometimes they're describing escape. They're describing avoidance. They're describing how they don't want to deal with themselves and square with life. What we are telling you today is necessitated by the difficulties of today's dating market. That by the time you come to find people whom you have 70% alignment, you are likely to try and avoid looking at that 30%. And you're likely to estimate so much. So I want to give you one quality in men and one quality in women that you should be very careful, because it's easy to overlook it. Let's start with the men. When you find a person, a man who is bitter or jealous about every relative who has become better than them, relative or the people immediate in their space, they have a negative attitude about the successful bigger brother, negative attitude about the successful sister who married a guy who's doing better than him. Anytime you find that the general attitude towards everybody doing about them is that of contempt, distance, and coldness, that is a silent message. When you drive on the road, you're going to meet 2 types of obstacles. You're going to meet bumps and you're going to meet potholes, particularly in Africa. Bumps are present, they protrude from the ground and you see them from far. If it's a rock on the road, obstacles are visible because they stand out from the ground. When you have lights, you may see them.
Yes.
Those are red flags. Red flags that somebody is too entitled, somebody is unkind, somebody is not punctual, is controlling, is stalking you. Behaviors that are powerfully and positively present are easier to notice, just like a rock, a bump on the road. Okay?
Yes.
Now, potholes are worse, because potholes are a missing ground. And when your light's on, you don't see it, you only see a gap if you're careful.
Yes.
You must see a dark gap to know there's a hole there. If it has rained, woe to you, because it has been covered by water.
Yes.
So, these things that are just silent, dark areas, where a person just has a negative attitude about everybody doing better than them, takes a lot of keenness to pick.
Yeah.
It's a pattern you must observe.
Yes.
You really must tie the strings together. And that's why I told you, during dating, you need microscope, you need a telescope, you need every observation tool you can gather. That's why you cannot be a sober person and you are having sex during dating. That level of carelessness, you'll pay for it too highly. And we said we are not going to discuss there's a way sex switches off your brain, you're thinking. And we said if you switch off your brain, don't try to borrow ours. There's some kind of disrespect there.
Yeah.
You switch off your brain
and borrow from the wise people.
Now, let me a brain, and you switched off yours by accepting sexual bribes. So, if at all you are trying to examine what is going on and you pick that the successful uncle, the guy doesn't like him. The successful brother, the guy doesn't like him. The sister who's getting good grades doesn't like him. You can already pick a pattern, but you need to be watchful. Hello, good people, and how are you? Our long-awaited conference is here. It is titled Hearts and Wallets, Navigating Love While Building Wealth. It's on 8th November 2025 at Utali Hotel. You can grab your tickets at benjaminzuluglobal.com. And yes, it is both for married and single people. You can actually get discounted group packages by getting tickets for 2 of you and your partner, or you and your friend, 3 of your friends, 4 of your friends, like that. I tell you the truth, this is one of the best discussions you have ever had, to be about how to not lose both or lose either. Sometimes people get love, but they lose out on money. They get the wealth, they lose out on the love life. Can you have it all? Can you have both? This is a discussion we'll be having on 8th November 2025 at Utali Hotel from 10 a.m. Mark the date and see you there. This is a silent red flag, and what it leads to is that this person does not intend to build. They just react to builders. People who don't intend to go far then usually have a bad reaction to those who are going, because it contrasts their lack of progress. Okay?
Yes.
Now, let me again remind you that when you're young, you're likely to be very naive and to underrate your own potential. Let's say you've been a high performer in class, you've been on that dean's list. I've heard stories like that. Somebody telling you, I was high flying, I was topping in brilliant class, I was getting good grades and scoring and standing. But during dating, they underrate that and they just date an average person. Okay, because the world says it's all about love. Be humble. Don't always see so high of yourself. Don't so think highly. Be humble. So you're likely to listen to all that societal conditioning and minimize who you are. The moment you minimize who you are, in particular dealing with a person who is antagonistic to successful people, and you are one of the successful people, this is what it leads to. With the time now, they will feel the same about you.
Yes.
I want you to understand that. I know society won't spell it this way, but it's possible to have a jealous partner.
Okay.
I know culture won't let you think about it that way, but you can have and the person you married is also the weapon fashioned against you. It's the person who can't stand your prosperity.
Yeah.
And why? It's because they're not committed to their own. So they call you too ambitious. You're not even available for family. You're aiming so high. You just want to meet other people out there. You're always trying to. You're not even putting family number one. They'll blame everything. You try to reach forth. You try to go further. They try to leave all the bills on you to drain your money, but then you don't get drained. They think they'll punish you if they let you pay everything.
Yes.
The pressure just pushes you to go further. You try to get bigger jobs. Try to multitask.
Yeah.
You try to buy an Uber. It depends what they were thinking. You set up things. You get bigger jobs. Now you have grown. What do? They explode more with anger. Recently, a woman was killed in unclear circumstances. She posted somewhere on her Facebook saying some people have been sent by her estranged husband to come and inject her by force. She had a mental health problem, ADHD, some time back. But now she's okay. But they have conspired, injected her by force. She's wondering, what are these? A normal person who is being harassed. And then they hauled her to an hospital, pinned her down to a bed. Turned out she died. They killed that woman. And they deleted what she had posted. In third world countries, be careful. People can get away with a lot of things.
Yeah.
If it was in these developed countries, that's a very open case.
Yes.
That's a very open case of her. And I told them, many times this woman was more successful. Every time he set an obstacle, she jumped over it. They leave all the bills to you, you jump over it. They bet that you won't take a bigger job, you take it. They think that you want to succeed, it reaches a point this person cannot stop you and they'll kill you.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people being killed by their jealous partners, but they get away with it. Sometimes also the law is very slow. By the time this person gets convicted and sentenced, people have forgotten about the story, so the warning doesn't land.
Yeah.
Other killers continue killing. I wish it was being concluded in 90 days when the story is still fresh in our minds. And you can say, you remember 3 months back, but the investigations take forever.
Yeah.
To tell you, when you see a person who is antagonistic towards successful people in their life, you too, when you begin to be successful, they'll be antagonistic towards you. They'll have contempt and they'll have hatred and they'll associate you. Why they usually feel triggered when they see you making moves is because they are not making moves, and the fact that you're making moves highlights that it's possible. They could do it if they wanted.
Yes.
So eventually they will always be scheming. Sylvia, to tell a jealous partner is very easy. It's very easy. Just because you don't want to admit it, because the consequences of admitting it are far-reaching.
Yeah.
They are always writing messages and looking for what's wrong. They never look for what is good.
Oh.
You can tell their inclination is to always look for what's wrong.
What's wrong?
And when you look at your communication, it's complaining. The messages have the same energy. It's complaining and portraying you in a certain light. And it gets worse whenever you make a step forward. Whenever you step forward. If you know you have a dream of being successful in life, listen to me. This is not humility. This is foolishness. When you ignore the future you have envisioned for yourself, during the negotiation of the person to go into that future with, you're being stupid. That's the most polite word I can find. We are meeting in your 40s when the person you dragged onto this life you wanted to live is threatening your life and sometimes successfully finishing you or killing off your dreams. Because they usually ask you eventually to either divorce your career or divorce them.
Yeah.
Eventually they give you very difficult options. When you wanted to keep a family together, you have children all over, you are so invested, they give you very difficult options.
Yeah.
But during dating, during that early, it's all madness. People are careless. They don't even consult coaches. They don't even follow wisdom. They don't even they are making lifelong, and I'm wondering whether the whole village of witches has conspired against you. You have such a bright future. You're going so far in life.
Yeah.
Why are you staggering into permanent decisions with drunkenness and clubbing and spending a weekend together, sleeping together, hiding from everybody who could have advised you, detaching from voices of reason and detaching from your spiritual grounding? Some of them have such a solid spiritual life up to that point. Many people are very sober.
Yeah.
Up to
that point.
Then they backslide to go make permanent decisions. Thinking is freedom. Sylvia, you have learned that when you are within the values you live by, that's when you are happy.
Yeah.
So how can you tell me you are taking a break from your values to go be happy?
Elsewhere.
You just be guilty, you just be confused, you just feel drained, you just feel disoriented. When you stop being yourself, there's no happiness. This just, you're lost, misaligned.
Yeah.
You can enjoy life within the values you believe. Always date within your values. That's what I'm emphasizing. Don't say, I'm taking a break. I've lived right for too long. Was it imposed or was it a choice? You know?
Yeah.
Just to tell you that, what people are is what they shall be. One prophet was told Hosea to go and marry a harlot, a sex worker, called Gomer. And he was told his marriage was going to be an illustrated message about God's relationship with Israel.
Yeah.
That they were always playing the harlot against him, cheating on him. He said, okay, go marry a woman who cannot be faithful. I want to show these people how they are to be. And the prophet did what he was told. They were getting children. The woman would run away. He goes, gets her again. He has told her, be faithful to me and I'll be faithful to you. He told her that.
Yeah.
You're telling her what she cannot, because that's not who she is. And many people forget that in the beginning, people will still be who they are. Even if you tell them, I'll give you everything.
Yeah.
I'll be faithful to you. They will be who they are, no matter what you promise each other, you swear, you talk across the table. Their programming will still go to who they are.
Yes.
The biggest danger sign with a man is jealousy about other successful people. You'll be jealous of you too. And you become internal opposition.
Yeah.
You will get children with him and he will poison them against you. He will know you love children and he will wrestle them against you. Some of these people, their toxicity is not obvious because they may not be aggressive, alcoholic, they may not have what society knows.
Yeah.
But they envy successful people. Particularly those people are close enough to highlight their own stagnation.
Yeah.
When you begin to be successful, you too, they try to keep you pregnant every time. They try to make you get many babies. They try to put you in debt. They try to make you purchase the car, purchase the house, purchase the plot. By the time you overcome his obstacles, 20 years will be gone. By the time you read what is really going on, because at first you trust. You give up good jobs, you give up opportunities. They frustrate the day of interview. They take your number and they cancel appointments.
Yeah.
When a person is inside your life, they can really frustrate you.
They can ruin you.
They have a lot of access.
Yes.
A lot of access. They convince you, don't give up that one, I'll give you another one. You give it up, they don't give you what they promised.
Yes.
You keep missing chances.
Hello, good people. Have you heard about the conference that is coming on 8th of November 2025 at Tutali Hotel? We're talking about hearts and wallets. How do we navigate both? How do we have money without losing our hearts? And how do we have love without losing our money? We want to navigate this successfully. If you haven't booked your ticket, run to www.benjaminzuluglobal.com and book a ticket now. Oh, and this is for both the married and the single people. And do you know, if you come as a couple, you get a discount. If you come as 3 or 4 people, you get an even better discount. What we mean is, the bigger the number, the better for you, and the bigger the discount. Have you experienced Zulu in person? His presentation will take you way out of this world. It is something that you don't want to miss. Please book your tickets today.
Listen. This is a silent red flag because this man, you may be both of you graduates, you may be both of you lawyers, you may be both of you doctors, you may be both of you academics, you may be both of you workers. This is the problem.
Yeah.
On the surface, it's not visible. But his attitude towards those who have passed him by, overtaken him, doing well, he's negative. It's negative. And you're wondering, I expected some admiration that that person has made a move. You should notice that. And I said, this is a pattern that is subtle and not loud, like a pothole. You can't notice it when you are hypnotized and mixed up in your mind. You need to be intense. As you discuss, keep the right boundaries so that you can see patterns. This is what amounts to a very jealous partner. And a jealous partner for the head of the home, for the leader of the marriage, is a disaster.
Yeah.
A disaster. And you cannot prove it to society. Let's come to women. What is the silent and dangerous sign with women? I saw this woman demonstrating this point. Because she came online and she thinks she's educating girls. She said, this guy has been trying to reach out to me and I've not been responding to him because I didn't feel it. When he insisted, I said, okay, let me open the dialogue. Can I meet you? Can you meet for coffee? And I told him, I'm on my way to get my hair done. Would you like to help with that before we can meet? And the guy is wondering, we're talking today and I'm ready to give you money.
For salon.
So she's explaining, saying, you see, I have set up my life a certain way.
Yeah.
And she goes on to tell you how she'll set up her life. She has an arranged meal plan that she does. So she does shopping regularly every week for fresh groceries to keep with her meal plan. She does makeup.
Yeah.
She also does hair every month. She does those things, maintenance, good things every month. She has a house that you do the lawn every month. You do the things are being done in her house. She owns a house. She has a garden there, and she's telling you the costs of running her life, which are sensible.
Yeah.
Which she has chosen, which is a choice of lifestyle. And she's saying, everything in my life runs on money. Why should I come and hold free conversations with you? That was her logic. She's saying, if you want to see me and I'm running my life, I'm doing nails, doing this, and the beauty you like, I maintain it with money,
Yeah.
what will you pay for it? And I'm like, okay, now thank you. You have transferred it from relationship to transaction. So me too, what am I getting? Now that I'm paying some shares into that beauty, am I getting some access? So you have already moved the energy from connection to transaction.
To transaction.
What is he getting?
Yeah.
So are you saying you are a tourist attraction, and when you sit in front of him that he is able to see you for some minutes, he's supposed to pay for meet and greet? Are you a celeb that he's supposed to pay? Chris Brown learned that the ladies he was doing meet and greet, and people apparently paid. You need some kind of access for the kind of people. She paid a lot of money, over $1,000. But when she looked at him, he looked at her. He struggled to figure out how she afforded that kind of money. So she returned it to him, her, and gave her more, 10 times more as a gift. Men are logical.
Yes.
It needs to make sense. And this is the biggest red flag with the modern woman that men keep overlooking.
Yeah.
They tell you, my life is expensive. We are going to talk. You need to contribute to it. Why should I stop what I'm doing? And yet I need money to go on with my life. The message she's sending in a encrypted way, is that I'm not ready for genuine connections. I'm only ready for financial transactions. So if you marry me, be ready that I'll be an expense, a running expense, a big overhead. You're buying an old Guzzler car. That's what you're buying by marrying me. Men have purchased these women because their materialism, they mistake it for high standards. Men don't know the difference.
Yeah.
A lot of men can't tell the difference between a woman in the high standards and a woman in the high costs. A woman of high standards is a woman of principles who has high self-respect. It starts on self-respect, but she maintains her own costs, and she values connection first. That woman is intimidating because she's not money-minded. High-standard women are difficult to crack because they require a sincere heart to win them.
Yes.
They may like you, but they don't rush. They control their feelings to make sure things are aligned.
Yeah.
And if they were easy to be won, you wouldn't even find them. They go with the seasons. This girl is a walking embodiment of self-respect, self-consciousness, spiritual presence, emotional understanding. She's easy to play with. You can joke, and she can take jokes, self-deprecating humor. She's not that sensitive or snobbish. But you can't know whether you're making any impression, because she can chit-chat with anyone. To make an impression, you have to win her and match up, which she will not give you a job description.
Yes.
These women don't give you, because they don't want to change you to who you're not. If I give you an acting script, you're going to act.
True.
So I don't want to give you a script. Be yourself. I see whether you match. So she's not afraid of losing you, although she's hoping that it works. That is the anxiety point.
Yeah.
She's giving you a chance while she's not forcing issues. That's a high standard woman. That the moment you flash your money in front, you are disqualified, because it means you are using money to substitute your mind, your presence. And she knows at some point in life money will be easier to give than time.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
She knows she's a kingmaker. If she marries you, she'll make you a king. For kings, money comes easier than time, than honesty, than feelings, than love, than affection. For the king to come out of his throne and play with his child and listen to his son and encourage his daughter and love on his wife and attend, that's more expensive than writing a check.
Yeah, sure.
That's where you're going. This woman knows that's where we are going. I need to test your sincerity before. One day these women will stop dating broke men because they're usually in the wrong persona. Broke people are usually in the wrong persona.
Yeah.
Try to meet people when they have some money, so that you can see a little bit of their true persona, okay?
Yeah, when they have money.
Poverty is a prison. When people are locked in prison, you can't tell how they handle freedom.
Yeah.
You know,
yes.
Financial deprivation is not good. You really have to do a lot of stargazing and mind reading to know who the person is when they're in prison.
Yes.
You know, you need spiritual, you need other things.
Yes.
When they're locked behind bars, you can't tell how they'll behave when there are no bars.
And I believe that's why we have many people complaining that I helped him, I propped him up, and then he left.
Yes, because reading him when he's poor is very difficult.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. He's not... My wife had to vision this when I was that. Her dream was a man she could dress up.
Yeah.
A man who is not oppositional, defiant, disorder. You know, some people are just oppositional. Can't even dress them up. They can't even allow you. They are too full of themselves.
Yes.
I'm like, hey, come help me. Me wanted the help. Surely, even the way I looked like I need help. You know, sometimes some things are obvious. But she told me not every man allows a woman to brag with him to the world. Some are just, they don't cooperate. Because you also need a little of cooperation. If she envisioned that and she needed to check whether I will cooperate with it, and she needed to do that on every element of life, financial management, personal discipline, you know, commitment to family, commitment as a father. You have 20 things you're checking this character on.
Yeah.
And all of them are projections. Spreadsheet.
You have to be very keen and careful.
So a high standard woman, when she's dealing with a man who is not yet in his element, is doing a lot of gap filling.
Yeah.
A lot of intuition. A lot of picking small things. That's the difference between her and this other woman who's giving you the overheads of her life.
Yeah.
So why men, I want us brothers to avoid a woman who starts telling you about the costs of her life, and why you can only gain access by helping pay for them. She's telling you that she has adopted a lifestyle that is burdensome. That's what the message she's passing subliminally.
Yeah.
Learn to hear what people are not saying. So she's saying she has adopted a life that is burdensome in order to feel important. She does not have the natural beauty to just do what's enough and still feel good about herself. She lacks the confidence to just do what's enough for this season of life, so that she doesn't need help. When a woman is doing what she loves, she doesn't need help with it. She has found which corners to. My wife knows streets where she can find something affordably, and she can get things on any budget. She can go to high-end market and she knows where to go. But if budget's not allowed, she'll leave the car, switch clothes, put on some gumboots, and disappear and come with the same thing.
Same item. And a price that favors her.
Apart from some 5-kilometer navigation walking streets, she'll get it. When the you need a woman who has known how to survive. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She will not ask you to pay because she cannot afford the upmarket, the north of Moy Avenue.
Yeah.
You don't need somebody asking you that side.
Yeah.
In fact, you cannot tell what it costs. She just shows up. Stop mistaking materialistic women with mature women. High value women don't burden you with their costs at all.
Yeah.
In fact, they wait to see whether you have the instinct to provide. It's one of the tests.
Wow.
They don't say it.
Yes.
She expects you to be troubled. She expects an instinct of a provider to start showing up.
Yes.
So she cannot. When I ask you to do things, I can't tell whether it's in you.
Yes.
So asking is already stealing the exam for you. High value women can't ask.
Yeah.
Will she live to ask for life?
No.
So these materialistic women ask because they have no longevity with you. People are not here to say everything because they have no long term to deal with. The woman is here to stay, is setting a pattern. She's careful which portal she's opening.
Yeah.
She cannot open the portal, the president, where she's always the one asking for shoe, asking for jacket.
Yeah.
Do you have the provider instinct that you picked it as you come close to my life, you get to see what's happening.
Yeah.
I get to know she has a small room, a small house that has this and the other one, may need this and the other one. Her dreams are this, next. We always have next. What is next for her?
Yeah.
How could you help? She should be the one to slow you down. She should not be encouraging you to measure up.
Yes.
She should be refusing you from going.
For doing a lot.
Yes. I could not believe that we finished our date and I have not spent my money and I'm used to, dates are supposed to be very expensive.
Yeah.
But I still have my money. She cannot allow me even to pay fare, so I disappear, go to the ticketing and pay. And she'll learn it is already paid when she's on the road. Because she won't ask.
Yeah.
But it's humanly, it's a man I can't know. No. That's not okay.
Yeah.
I need to have some impact, some relevance. I need to cover space.
Yeah. You need to take your position.
Yes. That's what the woman expects. Do you have the instinct to kick him?
But not ask.
No, she's completely, she's planned. She does not depend on you to transport her.
Yeah.
Why would you pay for her to come? But women don't do that nonsense.
Yeah.
I've been transporting myself. I'm interested in looking for a husband. Why do I need you to be sponsored to go look for what I want? These women are logical.
Yeah.
Do I want a husband? Yes. Do I want a family? So why do I need you who is interviewing me to pay for me to come for the interview? Don't want the job. This is an interview.
I think that's where women get it wrong.
I don't want strings attached. I want to be able to say no and walk away if I don't.
Yeah.
No, so you eat my money. No, I don't want to eat anything. Let me come with no strings attached.
Yeah, and I can leave anytime.
Thank you. Even when they order, they order what they can pay.
Yeah.
Okay? Should you be one of those people who disappear? She eats what she can afford, whatever hotel it is.
Yes.
She knows which items usually don't go beyond what I can do. Coffee.
Yeah.
You know. Just to tell you, as a brother, avoid a woman who is already showing you, I live an expensive life to afford me, you must also spend. She's materialistic. High standard women, high value women look at longevity, connection. They want to see your instinct as a provider. They're not here to dictate and demand. Yes.
Wow. I love that conversation, and it has shown us that sometimes we are the problem. We don't always have to meet people and say they are toxic. We allow it, but just allowing things to slide.
Exactly.
And that prompts me to just reading on the next part from where I left.
Yes.
And it says, perhaps you just resist getting romantically involved with that person when doors are open for you. We let things slide because we fear losing companionship. We magnify the gains and minimize the pains of this involvement. This is how most baby daddy, baby mama situations results. It's a baptism of torture that can cancel out your significance in your generation by preoccupying you with wrangles at the most determinant seasons of your life. What is advertised as a romantic escapade is actually a trade-off of your destiny. A very bad deal.
Exactly.
I love that, because here at the beginning you're talking about the red flags that we just let them sleep. We think these are things that are not so big, very subtle, and probably that person is going to change, or probably it's not such a big deal. For example, I had a friend of mine who was saying that the husband, immediately they got married, the husband made a very expensive purchase of property without her knowledge. How is that? I think that's a very big red flag.
Yes, it means we are not together, or you don't need my input, or you don't value my mind. The moment you're going behind my back to make decisions that affect finances and family and our stability, I don't matter to you. We need to square that. That's one of the red flags you're saying. They're not shouting, but they're huge. What other decisions are you making?
Yeah.
And are we together? So if I don't matter that much, why am I in your life?
True.
Yes.
Wow, an interesting one. I believe we have grabbed something. We shouldn't just let things slip. We need to square it as it starts. Thank you so much for being here. Now, to get these books, you can get them on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com. See you next time.
Hello, good people, and how are you? Our long-awaited conference is here. It is titled Hearts and Wallets, Navigating Love While Building Wealth. It's on 8th November 2025 at Tutali Hotel. You can grab your tickets at benjaminzuluglobal.com. And yes, it is both for married and single people. You can actually get discounted group packages by getting tickets for 2 of you and your partner, or you and your friend, 3 of your friends, 4 of your friends, like that. I tell you the truth, this is one of the best discussions you have ever had, to be about how to not lose both or lose either. Sometimes people get love, but they lose out on money. They get the wealth, they lose out on the love life. Can you have it all? Can you have both? This is a discussion we'll be having on 8th November 2025 at Tutali Hotel from 10 a.m. Mark the date and see you there.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the